Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. And happy Sunday to you as well, whatever you may be watching Awini Unity platform. Happy new month to you, whatever you're watching us from. We do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us as well. This video, we have a lot to share with you right here. The transfer window is closed, and it was a great news for Ghanaian young stars all over the world. We're going to be looking at some of Ghanaian young players that moved to biggest clubs in Europe. And also we're going to be talking about Alexander Juku replacement to Ghana Black Stars. And also we're going to be sharing our personal opinion, players that we do believe for now that they should start the game against Angola coming up 5th September 2024 in Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. You also have right to share your personal opinion, players that you think or you believe that you should start the game against Angola coming up 5th September in the comment section. So drop your players that you believe that you should start against Angola in the comment, and we're going to be reading your comment right here later on as well. So very quick one, we're going to be starting from Kobna, who signed for Real Betis. It is a very good news for a player moving from Ghana straight to Spain to sign for Real Betis. Real Betis is one of the biggest clubs as well, playing for most of the time Europa League and Conference League most of the time, and they have the best manager out there as well. He can also help the young star to get to the level that he really wants to become as a young footballer for now, and that is a good news. Another young player who moved to FC Barcelona is David Odro. So David also moved to Barcelona, signed for Barcelona. For now, he's going to be playing from Barcelona Team B side, and from there, it's performance that will show that he's going to be part of the Barcelona main team or not. But as for things down now, we wish him all the best of luck. Also, another young player who also moved to Spain is Bernat. Bernat also moved to Spain, Celta Vigo. That is where Joseph Edu playing Celta Vigo. They are doing very well so far this season. They played three games. They won 2 and they lost 1 so far, and it's very good for them. And also, player that I normally talk about right here is Derekon. Derekon is not the Black Stars player yet. Why? Because he was born in Germany. So to play for Ghana, he needs to switch nationality and stuff like that. But far as he's a Ghanaian descent, it is always good to talk about these players and also monitor them. So he moved, he used to play in Turkey, Super League, Galatasaray, but he's moved to Germany, a 1-year loan season for in Germany. So that is really confirmed, and is a player for Werder Bremen as well, and that is a good news for him. So when you look at these young players, all these young players, I'm talking about Kobna and David and Bernat. These players, they cannot just move into the first team. Europe, most of the time, they don't do their things like that. No matter what, even you are very good and you are a young player, they will not just automatically picking you to the main team. You have to go to the junior side, and the way you're going to perform from the junior side, that is where you're going to feel like, okay, now it is good for this person to promote to the senior side. So all these players that signed for Real Betis, Celta Vigo, Barcelona, they are not going to be in their first team. They're going to be in their team B, and their performance is something that's going to show that they will finally make it for the first team or not. I feel like it is always a good move for the Europeans, how they go about their football stuff. It is not like maybe some countries will get see some small player and they say, oh, he's doing well 1 or 2 matches, promote him to the big team. No, they don't do that. So as things stand now, as a proud Ghanaian, we're wishing these young players all the best of luck of the performance of the junior team side, and to able to take them to the first team side, Barcelona, Celta Vigo, and Real Betis. So now we are moving quick to Alexander Juku. Alexander Juku had an injury yesterday, and what we gathered here on the Awini Unity platform is Alexander Juku going to be out of 10 days to 14 days, if I get it right. 10 days to 14 days, Alexander Juku will be out of play for the Swedish side, FC Basel. If I say I have been watching his football, it is a big lie. I never heard of him before. This is the first time ever I'm hearing from him. So when GFA, they came out to announce that he is the replacement for Alexander Juku, that is where I actually did my research about him. And he played a lot of games for Ghana before moving to the Basel, play for Brecum Chelsea and other clubs back in Ghana. And also the Switzerland League, he played about 6 matches so far, and is always starting for his team, rated very, very well. With I think Otuado with his technical team, they are doing a great job. But as if I tell you right now that I have been watching this guy and he's doing very well, it is a big lie. I've never heard of him before. Like I said, this is the first time ever I'm hearing his name. So meaning Otuado is monitoring most players all over the world, and we wish that young man all the best in Black Stars as well. So now let's move to our possible starting lineup for Ghana Black Stars against Angola. When you look at things now, Alexander Juku is out, which it is a big blow. Anybody that follow African football, particularly Ghana football, Black Stars, will know how Alexander Juku is always very, very important. Even though when there is a game and some of the players doesn't really perform well, Alexander Juku always come out to show that yes, he's a key player and the most important player at the back. So we're going to be, our possible lineup is 4-4-2. Like I always say, I'm not someone that a fan of playing in one top, because playing in one top is always not helping some of the strikers to get goals. So having two strikers at the front, I think they can able to be working together. That is my personal opinion. Do not get it wrong. This is not where close to Otuado possible starting lineup. It is still even 4 days to go. So this is something that I really Unity platform is sharing our personal opinion. We are Ghanaian and we are proud of our country, and we also have our right to share our opinion when it comes to Ghana football. So Atizigi is the man going to be on the post for this our lineup. Atizigi, okay. The right back, we're going to be using Alidu Seidu ahead of Tarek Lamptey, and let me give you a little bit reason why we're choosing Alidu Seidu right here ahead of Tarek Lamptey. Lamptey just returned back from injury, and I do not think that he's 100% fully fit. And after returning from injury, he sat the game against EFL Cup when Brighton play, I think in the last week or something like that. They won 4-0. He played 88 minutes. But when you monitor the yesterday game, Brighton against Arsenal, he didn't play. He was in the bench. He didn't also come on second half. I feel like he's not really fully fit. So that is my main reason why I feel like we should not start him on this game. Maybe going to Niger game, yes, he can start on that game. Maybe that time he really fully recover. And when you look at Alidu Seidu is a player that doing very well. Even as I'm shooting this video right now, he's on the starting lineup for the club side. He will be playing maybe later on this evening. And when I checked the starting lineup, he was in there and he was actually playing. He's gonna be playing for the left back. The good news is Alidu Seidu can play for left back. He can also play for the main position is the right back. But the other option for Alidu Seidu that he can do is to play left back or center back as well. That is a very good news. a very good thing about Ali Lucedo. But I'm not going to be playing him for the left back. I'm going to be using him his natural position, the right back. Then the left back, I'll be going for Ebenezer Annan. And someone will say, okay, if Ali Lucedo is good for the left back and doing very well, why we don't use Ali Lucedo for the left back and put Tarek Lamptey on the right back? Well, it is good, but being monitoring Otuado the way he want to play his game and the way things are going, Otuado, if you notice, Otuado normally call every position have two players, meaning he believe these two players, he believe one much more than one, and he's giving one chance to be learning from the first number one. So if you have Ebenezer Annan always backing Gideon Mensah, and today Gideon Mensah is not available, and you bring a new player to replace, meaning you are putting Ebenezer Annan to be number one here, and the new player also to learn something from Ebenezer Annan. So what is the reason you call two left back to be putting them in the bench and bringing a player from the right back to play from the left back? To my personal opinion, I feel like it wouldn't make sense to my personal opinion. So Ebenezer Annan will be playing for the left back for our possible starting lineup here. And the center back, as usual, Mohamed Salisu will be the leader of the defenders because he have experience being into the World Cup, African Cup of Nations, among all the defenders that are going to be lined up here, apart from Ali Lucedo as well. So also Abdul Mumun will play alongside Mohamed Salisu, and you can see how we want to play the defenders. You can see them on your screen. If someone, I feel Alexander Djiku is very, very important player, but Abdul Mumun, I don't think that it is a problem that Abdul Mumun cannot play against Angola. A player who have been playing against Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, a big club, a lot of pressure, able to stand. There last week they play against Barcelona, they lost, but individual performance was very great. Yesterday was performing very well against Espanyol. Guess they lost 2-1, but his performance was superb yesterday. So I do not think that if that is no player, that is the only way you will able to see another player how he can able to perform. So that is how the game is about. That is why every player is always ready for selection. So I don't think it is. Yeah, we know Alexander Djiku, what he can do at the back, but I don't think that that should go into our mind. We should put that aside and focus the players that are in the camp. So I believe that Abdul Mumun can play perfect for the back. This is not an excuse to give that maybe Ghana will go and lose the game and say because we do not have Alexander Djiku, that is the reason why Ghana will lose against Angola. No. So moving to the midfielders, like I already said, you can see it as well, 4-4-2. So the midfielders, Jesse Pencil will be playing for the right wing. Jesse Pencil is a player, he's doing very well, and a lot of we have been talking about him, even though when he was playing in Europe and Belgium Pro League Genk before even moving to MLS. But one thing I noticed that Jesse Pencil haven't yet convinced me deliver a wonderful performance in Ghana Black Stars, and I can say today he really performed. I think the African Cup of Nations, that is one game he performed very well in that game, and one of the qualifiers. Apart from these two games, I'm not really seeing him so much like the way I normally see him in the club side, even moving to the MLS. I think he scored almost about 7 to 8 goals if I get it right there. And I'm hoping that he will able to improve much more better this time around when given the chance in the Ghana Black Stars. And Mohamed Kudus will be playing for the left wing. I do not need to speak much about Mohamed Kudus. A lot of you guys, you know what he can do, so we don't need to be wasting time in there. And the players that will be in the midfield, I'm not going to be talking much about them because we all know what they can do. So Thomas Partey, great performance for Arsenal yesterday, but they couldn't able to get all the 3 points due to there was one man down, so they played 10 against 11 against Brighton. It was even good that Arsenal they able to get that 3 points because Brighton is very tough. Far as we are not talking about Premier League, let's focus on this right here, Thomas Partey side. He performed very well, but not like last week. His performance dropped a little bit, which will be giving you Ghana Black Stars player performance in the week, maybe later tomorrow. So we will get into that. So Thomas Partey will play alongside Magid Asmeru. When you are talking about players that, you know, what is always lacking in Ghana Black Stars, to get a player that can shoot, to get a player that can boldly take the ball, move front, give pass to strikers, Magid Asmeru is one of the players that normally does those kind of work. So I think playing him alongside Thomas Partey, to my personal opinion, will be a great decision for Ghana Black Stars, to my personal opinion. So you can also see the midfielders and the right there, Mohamed Kudus, Magid Asmeru, Thomas Partey, and Joseph Pencil right there. Now we are moving to the attackers that will be leading for the striking role for Black Stars. I will be going for Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo will be playing from right, then Jordan Ayew will be supporting him on the left. So this is the strikers I will be using for them to lead the attack. Someone will say why Anyaki Williams should come for Jordan or Antoine Semenyo. When you look at Anyaki Williams, he have been playing so far. I think he's the captain for Atletico Bilbao so far. Their game yesterday, I think he was also a captain. I watched the game, but I didn't have a chance to watch all the game yesterday. They lost last minute to Atletico Madrid, but Korea scored the last minute goal for Atletico Madrid. They won 1-0 against Bilbao. Anyaki Williams' performance so far is not really in top there, but experience wise. But when you compare Anyaki Williams to the two guys right there, to my personal opinion, do not get it wrong. You also have your opinion. I will go for Semenyo and Jordan to lead the attack. When you look at Semenyo performance yesterday, it is one of the biggest, one of the best comeback, and if not the history, one of the history of English Premier League. Apart from Newcastle United and Arsenal, I think that was, I forgot the year exactly, but you remember Arsenal leading Newcastle United 4-0, and Newcastle United came back to draw that game 4-4. And you remember Tuyoti, the Ivorian player, may so rest in peace, he passed away, scored some volley goal and equalized that. That was some of the, but this one yesterday, Antoine Semenyo team was down by 2-0, and it was about 80-something minutes in Goodison Park, with Antoine Semenyo performance scoring the goal, I think 81st minute or 87 minute, something like that. And they came back, not just to play 2-2, but they came back last minute, winning the game by 3-2. You will notice that after the game, the coach just goes straight to Antoine Semenyo. If some of you watch the game, he just went straight to Antoine Semenyo to say, no, today, to be honest, I love the job you put today. I do not hear what he was saying, but I'm feeling that this is some of the things he probably may be telling him yesterday, because when you look at the body language and stuff like that, you could feel like he was so pleased. He was so much more than happy for the performance of Antoine Semenyo yesterday, because putting that goal, if not Antoine Semenyo goal yesterday, I do not think that they would have even coming back, because they get that goal or gotten that goal, they begin to believe that they can do something. they can do something. So you can also be seeing the lineup on your screen. These are the players that I believe that they have to start for Ghana Black Stars. Yeah, all of these players, if they start and get their mindset right, I think Ghana gonna beat Angola, to my personal opinion. So what do you think? What do you think about this starting lineup? What player do you think that, in your personal opinion, you feel like he shouldn't have started this game? You feel like this player should have started the game on this our possible starting lineup? Share your personal opinion. Far as you are Ghanaian, you also have your right to always share your personal opinion when it comes to Ghana football, right here. So yeah, thank you very much for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. Happy Sunday to you once again, wherever you are watching Awini Unity.